Namaste. The 20th shloka of Soundarya Lahari. Kiranti mangebhyah kirana nikurumbam ritarasam hridi tvamadhatte himakara shila murti mivayah sa sarpanam darpam shamayati shakuntadhipaiva jvara plushtan drishtya sukhayati sudhadhara chiraya. This shloka is a Maharoga Nivarini. This will cure a patient of any disease, even if it's terminal. There is an evidence of a person, by placing his hand on a patient who was suffering from a life and death situation arising from a terminal disease, he was able to rescue that patient by chanting the shloka and also meditating in the prescribed manner by Sri Adi Shankaracharya. This shloka is about Goddess Amriteshwari, like how the 15th, 16th and 17th shlokas of Soundarya Lahari was about Vagdevi and Saraswati. This shloka is about Goddess Amriteshwari, the same Amriteshwari about whom Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar composed Anandamritakarshini Amritavarshini. So that is the goddess we are talking about here. And not only Amriteshwari, this shloka is a Mahamantra, is a Mahavidya called Garudi Vidya. Garudi Vidya means Garuda Vidya. This shloka gives you the power of Garuda. What an excellent shloka this is. By chanting for just 6 months and also meditating side by side, one is able to become Garuda in 6 months. This is what a text says. A particular text states, assures you that within 6 months you gain the powers of Garuda. And what are the powers? By a single mere look, he is able to neutralize the poison. So sarpanam darpam. Darpam means ego. Ego of a snake is its venom, its poison. That is the toxicity, toxins that enter our body and become disease. So coming to the first two lines, Kiranti mangebhyah kirana nikurumbam ritarasam hridi tvamadhatte himakara shila murti mivayah. So you have to first meditate on Goddess Amriteshwari in the heart center. Hridi tvamadhatte. How do you meditate her? In what form? She is in the form of Chandrakanta stone. Chandrakanta stone is moonstone. She is not just moonstone, she is moist. She is a moist moonstone because she is emanating moist rays. Those rays are beautiful and dazzling, coming as you are meditating on her in your heart center. She is emanating out of her moist moonstone form. She is emanating dazzling rays of nectar, divine ambrosia. She is showering your entire being with nectar. That's how you have to meditate on her. Your entire being means what all is there inside you, and also most importantly the subtle nadis, subtle 72,000 nadis that are running in your body are all drenched by this nectar. They are not only drenching, they are also filling the nadis. These subtle nadis are getting filled by the nectar that is emanating from the body, from the form of Goddess Amriteshwari. That is how you have to meditate and chant the shloka mentally. You don't have to chant it outside also. You can chant and most importantly meditate on her like that. So the nectar that is coming out of her form is really filling your body. Whatever you visualize is the truth. What you believe is the truth. God is in faith. So she is filling your entire system, your nadis, with the amritam. By which what happens? Sa sarpanam darpam shamayate shakuntadhipaiva. Shakuntadhipa means king of birds, Garuda. So he neutralizes the ego. He destroys the ego. Darpam. So sarpanam darpam shamayati. He destroys the ego of snake. What is the ego of snake? Is venom, the poison. Then jvara plushtan drishtya sukhayati sudhadhara shiraya. Jvara plushtan. Jvaram means fever, we know. All diseases attached to the body. Drishtya, with one single look. We go to so many yogis and saints for their blessings. When we see sick people going to yogis, and there are very powerful yogis, not necessarily only in Hindu religion, in all religions, Very famous yogis are there. All they have to do is just give a look to you and you're cured. I don't know what happens. You come home feeling really cured. When I went with typhoid to Mahaperiyava, I had typhoid. I played with 104 temperature in his presence when he was doing Chandramaulishwarar puja. He was doing the Kumkum puja and he looked at me and I started sweating. I was drenching. The fever broke. Mahaperiyava has that. So, and then this kind of power is there with great yogis, and this neutralizes. This shloka, by chanting and meditating, one gains the power like Mahaperiyava. By one look, the fever is gone. Any disease for that matter, they don't make a big deal out of it. It's their nature. They don't advertise. It's just their nature. They are God. They are gods. Yeah. So, what are the benefits? And again, before coming to benefits, Garuda Vidya, coming to Garuda and Sri Chakra, I have to mention something very important here. There is a connection between Garuda and Sri Chakra because, as you all know, in Kollur, Karnataka, Mookambika temple, that kshetra is the Bindu center of Sri Chakra. And this temple is associated with Garuda also because the river that runs alongside the temple is called Sauparnika Nadi. Sauparnika, Suparna is Garuda. And this kshetra has Garuda Guha also, caves of Garuda. So the connection, and everyone knows about Garuda and Amrita Kalasham, Amriteshwari. So the connection between Garuda and Sri Chakra is established through this shloka. The importance and the significance of Garuda and Sri Chakra is established through this shloka. And Kollur Mookambika temple is where Sri Adi Shankaracharya had his darshan of goddess, as we all know. That is the Bindu center of Sri Chakra. And it's very important to have darshan of Mookambika, whoever's reciting Soundarya Lahari. What are the benefits of this shloka? Like I have already mentioned, this will cure all diseases. Any disease. You can even cure others' disease by chanting this and placing a hand on them. Chanting and meditating. So this will, especially poisonous bites like some snake bite, scorpion bite, or any toxins that enter your body like food poisoning, any kind of toxins. And again, ailments are also mental. If you're stressed out due to some toxic presence of somebody, toxicity. In general, this shloka talks about toxicity. It could be physical, it could be mental also. Why not? We have so many mental patients. We don't know why they are mental, but we also feel sometimes too stressed out because we don't know how to deal with toxic people around us. It could be at our workplace, it could be anywhere, it could be in relationships. So this kind of a toxicity is destroyed by chanting this shloka. And evil eye, drishti, that bad look, especially for artists, for people in a public life, this shloka is very useful because people, most of them don't give you an appreciative look. If 10 people are looking at you appreciatively, 90 people are looking at you without any like, with total dislike. That's a common thing. One has to live with it. So by chanting this shloka, you're making yourself immune to all this drishti.